Welcome all of you to this session of microscopes. In this session, we will be discussing about the difference between simple and compound microscope, what is their basic instrumental setup, and how they are functioning. For learning microscope, first we should know how a human eye is working. Microscopes were first invented by Zacharias Janssen and his son Hans. Microscope always deals with magnification of tinier objects. This is achieved by magnification and improving the resolution. Microscopy is a branch of science dealing with, or it deals with technical use of microscopes. Microscopy very well include not only the use of microscopes but also some of the techniques used for processing the materials also. These are all nowadays come under the purview of microscopy. Initially, let's see how human eyes see an image. If you see the human eye is the structure of a human eye. It is having an opening in the front called pupil, followed by an iris. Iris is having photocontractile properties. So, depending on the intensity of light, iris will undergo contraction or expansion. Through the iris, light will pass through the lens, and these are the lens, and they are crystalline lens. And at the back side of the eye, there's a portion called a retina, and this retina functions as screen of the eye. So whatever image we see in front of our eye, that message or that light waves are coming through pupil, then through iris, and then through lens, it will be projected onto the retina. This is what is happening during a normal vision. You see this diagram. Here you can see there's an object. This is a vision path or the diagrammatic path of how light moves through our eye. This is an object. From the object, light beams will come like this. It will go through the iris. Now the light will converge and an inverted image will be placed on the retina, and this inverted image is real as the light is converging. It is a real image, and this is what is happening in the case of a human eye. So human eye always have the capacity of seeing an object in an inverted fashion, but the brain will make it a vertical image, or brain will convert this inverted image to an upright image. This is what is happening in the case of a human eye. Now, what makes the vision more clear is how big will be this object, or the object what we see, how big it is, so clear will be our vision. Second thing is, our eyes is having a focal length, and if the object is coming within this focal length, we can very well see the material very clear. This is the case with a human eye. Always when we are using a microscope or any lens system for making an object clear, the lens will play a role within our focal length between the object and the retina. Always the lens will be an added advantage, or lens will help as a booster in between the object and our lens retina. So the image will be magnified. Let's see how this is happening in the case of a simple and a compound microscope. Now, this is the typical structure of a microscope. This is how a simple microscope looks. You can point to the diagram on the left. And if you see this diagram, this is the hand lens which people are using routinely. Where we are using the hand lens? A hand lens we will keep in front of our eye, and the position will be so adjusted so that till the image becomes clear and large. Let's examine what is happening when we are using this kind of a lens. See, this is the, I think the image is clear. This is the position of our eye, and this is an object. OB is the object, and this is the position of our eye. And this is the lens what we are holding. This is the simple hand lens. When I am using a biconvex lens, this is the object. The lens will project an enlarged image, an enlarged initial image IM of this object at a distance away from our eye. So this is the mirror, and the mirror will project the image of this object far from our eye, but it will be larger. So for eye, this projected image is the object. So now our eye will perceive it more clearly. This is what is happening when we are using lens for better vision. So in this image, this is a conventional simple microscope, and we'll see the parts of this simple microscope. A simple microscope is having a base made up of iron. There's a pillar which holds the remaining part of the microscope. There is an adjustment screw. This adjustment screw is enabled with rack and pinion, so that rotating this screw will lift the straw tube which is present inside the pillar. Now the straw tube is connected with a folded arm on which the convex lens or the eyepiece is present. The stage is having a clip called a stage clip that will help to hold the material or the slide in position. As light source, there is presence of a plano-concave mirror which will direct light to the object, and the light is harvested from either from the sunlight or from a bulb. This is the structure of a simple microscope. It will be containing a base, a pillar, a trap tube, a stage clips, folded arm, convex lens, and a rack and pinion system. Considering any microscope, the magnification or the enlarging power of a microscope depends on its magnifying power. And often the magnifying power of a microscope is printed on the eyepiece as 10x, 20x, etc. And x stands for times. A 10x objective can magnify an object to 10 times. Magnifying power is calculated by the formula size of the retinal image formed by the microscope divided by size of the retinal image formed by an unaided eye. That is, what is the size difference of an image when we are using a microscope compared to normal eye is called magnifying power. Apart from magnifying power, a microscope is also having another property that is called resolving power. Resolving power is concerned with the numerical aperture and the wavelength of the light used. So, any microscope has two properties. One is magnifying power and second one is called resolving power. Magnifying power is the difference or the ratio of size of the retinal image formed with the help of a microscope divided by an image formed by an unaided eye, whereas resolving power is concerned with a function of numerical aperture and the wavelength of the light used. And with the help of a simple microscope, we can get up to 15 times magnification, that is 15x magnification. But recently there are a little more advanced microscope where we can go up to 20x magnification. Now we will see how a compound microscope works. This is a typical compound microscope. The difference between simple and compound microscope is a compound microscope is having two lens system. One is an ocular system and an objective system. The ocular system is otherwise called eyepiece and the objective system is otherwise called objective. Coming to the part of a compound microscope, it includes a base, there's a pillar, there's an inclination joint, there's condenser which will make the light linear, there's a planar concave mirror which will help to draw the light onto the condenser. This is the stage and there's a stage clip, and this is fine adjustment and coarse adjustment. It is enabled with a rack and pinion. So by rotating this coarse adjustment and fine adjustment, we can lift the body tube up and down. Within the body tube there is a draw tube. Within the top tube this eyepiece is mounted. We can adjust the length of the position of eyepiece by lifting this coarse and fine adjustment. Now this is having two lens system. Now let's see what is the principle or how this compound microscope is working. If you see the diagram, this is a compound microscope and this is the position where we are viewing. This is our eye and this is the eyepiece. This is the first convex lens, eyepiece, and this is the objective lens, and below this here we are keeping the object. So here I am keeping the object, this is the objective and this is the eyepiece. Now what happens here? From the object, the objective lens will make a initial image, and this initial image is often inverted image. So the objective lens will make an initial image and there is an inverted image, and it will be formed in between objective lens and eyepiece, and it will be in the focal length of eyepiece. Now this initial image will be projected to a larger image by the eyepiece. The eyepiece lens will project this initial image to a larger final image, and that final image will be perceived by the eye, and this is how a compound microscope works. So the real object is enlarged to an initial image, it is inverted by the objective lens, again it is enlarged, and this enlarged initial image is again projected to a final large image by the eyepiece lens, and it will be viewed by the eye. So the smaller object appears to be a larger object to our human eye, and thus the material is magnified. So thanks for listening. We will continue the next session on a next presentation. Thank you.